It's leak season in the Ninjago community, and it's only natural that a lot of new speculations and theories would be running completely wild right about now. Just a few days ago, I posted a theory that I've seen going around the community a fair bit as of late, and today, well, we are going to be doing the exact same thing, and this one is definitely just as interesting, I'd say. So without wasting any further time with this intro, let's get straight into today's theory. The Stone Army. The so-called Invincible Warriors featured in Season 2. This army was created by the Overlord to combat the first Benjutsu Master long ago. They were then brought back in Season 2, never to be really seen again after that. Now these guys were indeed more or less invincible, and pretty much the only thing that could actually stop them was the Elemental Blades. That was just about it, which really does beg the question. What were these guys made from, and is all of this actually going to be tying into the next installment in a much more substantial way than we may have initially thought? So here goes the theory. The Stone Warriors are made out of actual Vengestone because of the fact that these guys can block off pretty much anything, and they were more or less invincible, and overall they just kind of feature a lot of the same qualities that Vengestone has. And straight up, yeah, this is a theory that obviously does seem fairly likely and is definitely a possibility. Now, there is the strange part of this, which is, you know, the Elemental Blades definitely did have an effect on the Stone Army to a degree, so they would have to kind of explain their way around that. But for the rest of it, this is definitely very, very possible, right? Similar to the last theory I made regarding the Overlord and all of this Vengestone stuff, this would give the Overlord an actual reason to be paying for all of this Vengestone and for him to be using it in the next season. Because, of course, the Stone Army is the Overlord's army, and if they were made out of Vengestone, it would give him a bit more of a reason to actually want to mine the Vengestone, right? Because those two things would already be connected, and yeah, that basically gives the Overlord a lot more of a reason to actually be here in the first place, and for him to be so interested in all of this Vengestone. So that alone definitely gets ticked off through this theory. That could definitely be why the Overlord is returning and doing all of this with the Vengestone in the first place. Now, is this even possible? Well, in my opinion, yes. Now, it's definitely a little bit more unlikely than my last Overlord theory, I'd say, personally, but that definitely doesn't mean that it's unlikely and would not happen at all. I think there's still a lot of merit behind this theory, to be quite honest, and I think it's still, you know, fairly possible. It's not, like, out of the question, and it doesn't seem massively unlikely. There's definitely been a lot more kind of unlikely and overall just theories that do not make as much sense as this one does. So, for that reason alone, I'd say that this theory is fairly, you know, likely to actually be able to happen in the next season. There's not really much jumping out to me that's like, okay, yeah, that's a big reason as to why they wouldn't do this, if you get what I'm saying. A lot of details are actually adding up with all of this, and I think that it is, again, definitely a big possibility here, and it's just something to keep in mind and at least think about when going into the next season, because this, yeah, it's definitely possible, and because of the Overlord being the buyer and all of that, and getting all of this Vengestone for some new evil plan, it would definitely make quite a lot of sense, to be honest, in my opinion. So, yeah, this theory, is it likely? I'm gonna say yeah. And that basically sums up what I wanted to say today. Just kind of wanted to present this theory to you guys, and yeah, be sure to drop your thoughts down below on all of this in the comments. I would especially today love to hear your thoughts regarding all of this. As usual though, if you did enjoy today's video, be sure to drop a like on it. Be sure to also subscribe to the channel with that notification bell turned on so you stay up to date on all things Ninjago related on the channel. And with all of this being said, guys, I will see you all in my next video coming out very, very soon. Goodbye.